We didn't really debate it, but I was bullish Alphabet for the second half of this year, and you were bearish. I heard you on a podcast the other day. It sounds like you haven't changed your tune on Alphabet. What is your big concern? If you when you talk to shareholders in Alphabet now, is it that they don't have the lead position in AI and that all of a sudden search is going to get away from them, or is there something else? Because that likelihood seems really slim to me.
Okay, so Josh, here's my fundamental position. Search is going to be replaced by agent-led information discovery. I see it every day. My 15-year-old son says, Dad, I don't use Google anymore. I just use ChatGPT. I talked to 2,000 people at the Javits Center. How many people have used ChatGPT instead of Google over the course of the last 2 days? 1,000 hands in the room go up. I asked my analysts who are sitting on their desks. They're replacing their use of Google with ChatGPT. We are having a fundamental structural shift in how people retrieve and discover answers to the questions they have. So Google is going to have to compete in this new thing, okay? Meta's going to compete, Apple's going to compete, Microsoft with Copilot, ChatGPT, etc. There are going to be 6, 7, 8 incredible competitors there. Google will be one of those competitors, and let's assume that they're a very competent competitor because they have all of these assets. The question to you, what do you think the likelihood is that they're going to reconstruct as dominant of monopoly in this new thing as they have in search? So facing innovators' dilemma, facing the cultural challenges they have, I would just say as an investor, Josh, and I have a ton of respect for you, the discount rate that you need to apply to this investment is much, much higher today than it was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, there was no challenger. Google was the only game in town. Now we know search is being replaced with a new form of information discovery. And all I'm saying is even if they emerge as the leader in this thing, they will not have as much share of the pool of profits as they have in search. It's almost impossible for me to see how they replicate that. Now, I also have concerns about how they're operating the business, how they're slow in releasing products, the cultural challenges they have. I think they have challenges around the TPU versus the GPUs of NVIDIA. But I will stipulate that they get all of that fixed. I still don't think they can replicate the monopoly.
So I think the area where Google still maintains the advantage is they have all of the information, they have all the data, they have all of the users, and there is a universe in which they don't have 95% of the market like they do in search. They keep some very large part of the market, but it's actually more profitable, the new era. The main difference between search and these large language models, from what I can see, search is Google tells you where to go find the answer. The large language model just gives you the answer. I think Google wants to be in that business. I don't think they need to own 95% of it in order to be highly, highly profitable, especially when combined with their franchises like Gmail, like YouTube. These are assets that will greatly benefit from this new world that you described, and these are one-of-a-kind assets that only Google has.
And so on the one hand, people have asked me, are you short Google? The answer is no, we're not short Google. In fact, we owned Google for part of this year. The question for you, Josh, is, are they, where is the highest and best use of your dollar? And all I'm saying is that the loss of that search position, every dollar of search is almost 100% margin. Okay, in that business. And listen, Ruth is an incredible CFO, now president over there. There's tons of costs to be cut there. They have tons of assets. All of that is true. And by the way, Silicon Valley is healthier when we have a healthy Google. Okay, I hope that Google follows Mark Zuckerberg's lead and gets fit in 2024. I hope that they launch Gemini and it's fantastic. I hope that they launch a ChatGPT competitor that's fantastic. I'm just saying that if you were sitting at the poker table and looking at the hands and saying, do they have the same pocket aces in the age of GPT that they had in search? I think it's almost impossible for you to say that that's the case. So let's